I'll find her. I'll find her if I have to burn down all of Paris.
As vicious flames engulfed the 850-year-old masterpiece of Gothic architecture, France's president said a part of us is burning.
Wow. Looks like Frollo wasn't fucking around, huh, boys and girls? No, sir. And I know what you're thinking. Do I ironically wear this fedora, or do I unironically wear this fedora? You'll never know. Ooh, you'll... not this. All right. Okay. Hello?
It is not a fedora. It is a trilby.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry about that. Sorry. Yeah. Great. Wonderful. That's brilliant stuff, you guys. That's brilliant fucking stuff. I really feel that. I really feel it deep down inside. That's a good thing. Whoa, what happened to Sigmund Freud? He's supposed to be up here. Who knocked down Sigmund? What, he won't stand now? He's the same as he ever was. Let him stand. Let him fucking stand. The fuck? Shit don't work around here. Anyway, before I get started with some talking for money, here's the sponsor. This video is sponsored by indie comic book label Acid Wolf Entertainment. Their first comic book release was Dracula versus Cthulhu. Sort of. Only sort of. I guess the reason it's sort of is because the cultists who are trying to summon a Lovecraftian demon are not trying to summon Cthulhu specifically, but Adramelech. That's right. Adramelech. But, a Cthulhu by any other name is just as destructive to the souls of humanity. So, sensing that humanity, his food source, is threatened, Dracula springs into action to hunt down the cultist and prevent the ritual. Caught in the middle is a police officer investigating what he believes to be a series of homicides. It's inspired by films like Evil Dead 2 and Zombieland. Dracula versus Cthulhu, sort of, is a comic that is part horror and part humor, and it's all good. You can check it out in the links down below. Available wherever fine comic things are sold, but mostly that link down below. Yes, check that. That's where you should get it at. My, that's a damn fine sponsor if I do say so myself, and I do say so myself. So, I guess I'm kind of a centrist on the Notre Dame Cathedral burning to the fucking ground. It seems like a weird thing to say. I thought we'd kind of all be on the same page about that, but I guess not. So, I hate to constantly have to defend Ilhan Omar, but she just gets ridiculous shit from conservatives like this here. She said, art and architecture have a unique ability to help us connect across differences and bring people together in important ways. Thinking of the people of Paris and praying for every first responder trying to save this wonder. It seems like a pretty fucking nice tweet, right? Like, wow, she's really expressing her fucking concern and shit as an American politician doing her job of pretending to give a shit about nonsense that people care about. But apparently she didn't word it right. Once again, she said the wrong words, and this time it was art and architecture. Shouldn't have said that, bitch. The Notre Dame Cathedral is so much more than just art and architecture and a wonder. She literally called it a wonder and said she's praying for the people, trying to save it. But because she called it art and architecture, somehow that, diminishes it, I guess. Like art and architecture, a 7-Eleven is architecture, a stick figure is art. This goes so far beyond that. Can't you see? What words should she have fucking used? What words should she have said that would make you fucking crazy right-wing assholes, okay with it? There was a time when we used to make fun of, like, liberals for this kind of shit, right? Like, remember that idiot MSNBC host who got all bent out of shape because one of her guests said hard worker?
Because I don't disagree with you that I actually think Mr. Ryan is a great choice for this role. But I want us to be super careful when we use the language hard worker. Because, I mean, I actually keep an image of folks working in cotton fields on my office wall because it is a reminder about what hard work looks like. So I feel you that he's a hard worker. I do. But in the context of relative privilege.
Yeah, well, now the right wing is just as bad as that crazy bitch. Another one from Ben Shapiro. If we wish to uphold the beauty and profundity of Notre Dame Cathedral, that means refamiliarizing ourselves with the philosophy and religious principles that built it. Yeah, you know, it's kind of like how you can't truly appreciate the Aztec pyramid unless you return to the time of human sacrifice, right? Like, you can't possibly appreciate that bit of art and architecture unless you're literally ripping people's hearts out, holding them up to the sky and offering them to the gods. If you're not willing to do that, then how can you say you appreciate the architecture? You just can't. Also, I find it weird that Ben Shapiro, a Jew, is saying that we need to return to the religious mores of the Middle Ages because, you know, the Notre Dame Cathedral was built towards the beginning of the Middle Ages, and in much of Europe during the Middle Ages, Jews were denied citizenship and its rights. They were barred from holding posts in government and the military, and they were excluded from membership in guilds and the professions. So, is Ben Shapiro an anti-Semite? Is that what I'm getting from this tweet? You know, maybe he just means we're supposed to go back to some of those things, but not all of them. Like, it's okay to go back to being devout, pious morons praying to an invisible God, but let's not do the whole Jewish persecution thing again. I'm not sure yet where Ben stands on things like bloodletting, but, you know, I'll let him speak to that. You can go ask him. Here's another right-wing Twitter. This is the Christian Europe. He said, over 1,000 laugh reacts to the Notre Dame burning. Notice who is laughing at our tragedy. And you see a bunch of Muslims, bunch of Muslim names like Yusuf, Muhammad Zai, and fucking Hassam Massa, and like a bunch of ones you can't even fucking say in English. Kusha de Buddha solo. Ho, 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 ho. You know, but I'm sure that if, like, Mecca went up in flames tomorrow, or some mosque, and there was a bunch of international news about it, that all these, I mean, probably not all of them, I can't suspect what everyone's gonna do, but I guarantee that some right-wing Christian conservatives are gonna be like, ha 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 ha, serves them fucking right, ha 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 ha, stupid fucking Muslims, ha ha, Mecca burns, bitches, Mecca burns, you know, and I'm not saying they'd all do that, I'm just saying enough would do that you could probably point it out if you wanted to be a douchebag. But here's another liberal. This one's from Instagram. I don't know who fucking posted it. It was already censored when I found it. Burn, daddy fucker, burn. I like daddy fucker. I guess because motherfucker is too, like, you know, patriarchal and shit, so they switched to daddy fucker. That's good. Proof our magic is working. If there was one thing that bored the fuck out of me in art school, it was studying Western architecture in churches and buttresses and cloisters and stupid colonial splooge garbage. Y'all don't give two fucks about Palestine or indigenous genocide around the world, but yeah, shed a tear for this shit. French colonizers had it coming. Karma's a bitch, though. Hashtag we don't need no water. Hashtag let the daddy fucker burn. Let it burn, motherfucker, burn. And it was when I was reading this post that I kind of realized SJWs are the new edgelords, huh? Like, all this time I was like, where's the edge gone? Where can a motherfucker go? I'm sorry, where can a daddy fucker go to be edgy anymore? And now I realize you just have to cloak it as like this super virtuous shit, and then you can pretty much say whatever you want. As long as you can come up with some SJW angle for your fucked up edgy comment, you get kind of a pass, at least in some circles, You know when all the anti-SJW shit really died, in my opinion? It wasn't when all the anti-SJW channels went super right-wing. That was part of it, but I think what really changed for me is that when it started, and let's be honest, I started it. When it started, it was about, isn't it so funny that these SJWs are just triggered by everything? They're offended by every word that comes out of your mouth. You can't possibly please them. No matter what you say, they're just not pleased. They always find some fault, some way to harangue you and harass you over your language. And now the anti-SJWs are the ones who are constantly fucking triggered by everything. Just like they were triggered by Ilhan Omar describing the cathedral as art and architecture, which it fucking is. All right? And calling it a wonder. Somehow calling it art, architecture, and a wonder is like the equivalent of spitting on it. They're unpleasable fucks. They're constantly triggered. They're constantly whining. And the new edgelords are the fucking SJWs going like, oh, your cathedral burned down? Well, it was a symbol of colonialism anyway, so fuck that shit, bitch. My thoughts on the cathedral, by the way, it's sad that it burned down. It's sad. Yeah, it's sad. And should it be repaired? I guess so. But you know what? We need to stop with this obsessive boner about the fucking past, all right? Yeah, it's a beautiful work of architecture. It's been around for 800-something years, and that's great, and that's glorious, and that's wonderful, and we should all be very proud of our achievement there. But you know what? We've landed on the moon since then. We can fit supercomputers in our fucking pocket now. That cathedral, while it had its place and its time, that place and time ain't now. So, whatever. It had a good run. What, did you think it was going to last forever? Did you think it was going to be here until the fucking end of time? Because it ain't going to be. Eventually, one way or the other, the motherfucker's burning down, or it's crumbling in an earthquake, or it's getting destroyed when it gets hit by a fucking meteor, or society's going to collapse and people are going to rip it apart for scrap. Whatever the fuck happens, one day the Notre Dame Cathedral will be fucking gone. Mark my words, although by the time it actually happens, I'll be long dead probably. So anyway, I ate a bunch of bacon earlier, and I went on my Twitter, and the first thing I saw was this. Eating just one slice of bacon a day is linked to higher risk of colorectal cancer, according to a new study. Like, goddamn, is there a single fucking thing that I like in this world that isn't apparently trying to kill me? It seems like everything I love is trying to see me dead. I complained about it to my wife earlier, and I fucking caught her pouring ricin into my fucking coffee, so she's trying to kill me too. What the fuck, Chelsea? It's fucking horrible. But I probably already have rectal fucking cancer, whatever. I got all the fucking shit. I got hemorrhoids, I got anal fissures, I got potassium, I got all kinds of shit going on in my ass. It's horrible. It's a disaster. It's probably got the cancer. I eat fucking 3 pounds of bacon a goddamn week. I'm definitely dying of this if the lung cancer doesn't get me first. Hopefully, wouldn't it be fucked up? I quit cigarettes. I go through this horrible Chantix experience where I'm having horrible dreams and stomach aches and headaches and I can't sleep and then I can't stop sleeping and then it's like horrible and awful, all to quit cigarettes, and then I'm done in by the fucking bacon. Like, is that how this shit's gonna go down? Because I'm ready. I'm fucking ready. You ever notice that gay Mario would be a much shorter game, by the way? Because he gets there and it's like, thank you, Mario, but our princess is in another castle. What if Mario was just like, I don't give a fuck about the Princess Toad. I'm here to save your ass. Maybe not even save it. I'm just here to wreck that shit. I was willing to fight a fucking dragon just to pound you in the ass, Toad, so bend the fuck over. No, Mario, don't! Ah! Why did I make it non-consensual? What's wrong with me? Is it even all right to make a joke like that anymore? Is it all right to make a gay rape joke? Because it's not like you can say it's about women. I mean, I don't know. I gotta call Steve Shives on this one. I guess I have to dial his number. That's his number. Sorry to dox you, Steve. It's ringing.
Hello?
Hey, Steve, it's me. Yeah, the amazing atheist. Yeah. Uh-huh. Right, yeah, okay, yeah. I forgot. Okay. Yeah. Oh, all right, well, that's, you have a good one. I didn't get the chance to ask him. He just started cursing and saying he wishes I would die and stuff, so I didn't really get to ask him if it's offensive, so I'm gonna go ahead and assume that joking about gay rape is not offensive. But you know what? Let's just say it is. Pretend that didn't happen. Let's move on to a more consensual version of the joke where Toad is very receptive to Mario and is like, Mario, I've longed for this day my whole life, and he presents his little Mushroom Kingdom ass for Mario to fucking savagely pound, you know? And he's just flattered. He's flat. Maybe Mario's not even gay, dude. Maybe Mario is just... He's just like, you know what? I don't feel like going through this shit again. I stomped on a bunch of turtles and weird fucking Goomba things, and I jumped over all this dangerous cliffs and stuff, you know, and I was doing it all for that princess pussy, but if I gotta do that 7 more times just to get to the princess, I think I'll just settle for you, Toad. I'm just gonna close my eyes, you go to work, and I'm just gonna pretend it's the princess doing it. Anyway, let's look at some sexist magazine advertisements from the past, because why the fuck not? I'm going to go in order of least sexist to most sexist. Here's one for some cigarettes. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Are they cigarettes? Are they cigarellas? What does it matter? He's blowing smoke in her face, and it says, blow in her face and she'll follow you anywhere. You know, obviously... A little bit suggestive there, but not too sexist yet. I mean, that's, you know, I would give that a 3 on the sexistometer, right? So here's one for some Chase and Sanborn coffee. If your husband ever finds out you're not store testing for fresh coffee, I mean, basically he's gonna spank your ass, bitch. That's what's gonna happen. You know, you see it. You see what's happening there. That's gonna be you. Maybe you want that. Maybe that's why you bring him stale coffee. Maybe... you have a spanking fetish, and he is unwittingly causing you to bring home shitty coffee by spanking you. But you know what? I think he probably enjoys spanking you more than he enjoys fresh coffee anyway, and it's probably even more of a pick-me-up, so... But, you know, I give that one like a 5 on the sexistometer, but we're about to go... Look at this one. Men are better than women. I mean, it goes on to say more stuff, but it's... whatever. It's selling sweaters. You know, you just come right out and say it, like, men are better than women. We all understand that. Everyone knows that. That's just a fucking fact. It's been proven by science. And they broke out that A-bomb of sexism just to sell a fucking sweater. A sweater! Like, was it really worth it? That's like invading another country to steal a peanut. You know, it's just a little bit overkill. Like, you know, you could have brought... like, you know, like half-ass sexism to it, you know, like, you know, everyone knows your rack looks better in a sweater, you know, keep it at like a level 6 to 5, whatever, around that range of sexism. That's all you need to sell a sweater, but they're like, fuck that shit. We're going full-on misogyny atom bomb on this shit. Boom, men are better than women, buy our sweaters. How you like that shit, bitch? I don't know. I kind of like it. It's ballsy, you know? I gotta give him that. Anyway, I think that's all I got. So I hope you enjoyed it. And if you didn't, I don't know. Fuck you. Go die of AIDS. That's the show. I got notes. They're now not useful to me anymore. I'm throwing them away. And I'm gonna megaphone this shit. I'm gonna tell you some stuff. You need to understand this. This is important. This is very important. You must rate. You must comment. You must subscribe. You must rate. You must comment. You must subscribe. You must rate. You must comment. You must subscribe. That's what you got to do. That's what you got to do. I mean, I don't know. I didn't make the rules. It's just how it is. Go ahead. Go do it. I appreciate it.